What's up, everybody? What's up,
Ooh,
Caputo?
what's up, Dustin Bonez? Once again, we're doing this literally the day before it premieres. Uh, we both live crazy busy lives right now. I know you with your whole housing situation. That's almost taken care of, at least hopefully. So,
Oh yeah, man, we're going to talk about that on the show today. We can't get away from talking about that. And I apologize because I realize my sound is probably really shitty. I'm a lot further away from the mic than I'd like to be, but I'm having to phone it in today. But I said I might have to phone it in and do it on my phone last time. So,
yeah. You also forewarned me in the chat too. So,
yeah. But I guess what are we doing today? Story of my life.
yeah, Story of My Life by Neurotic Outsiders. Unfortunately, I thought it was going to be by Social Distortion. Then I realized, wait, Duff McKagan was never part of that band.
Oh, I wonder if it's the same. Is it the same song? I want. Well, we'll
Uh,
say that.
Judging by the lyrics, it definitely is not.
Oh, heartbreak.
Yes. Sideways.
Hmm. Oh well. Well, what say you, Chris? Shall we hit the intro and just get into the episode and see what all we got to do today?
Hell yeah, man. Let's shout. We got more coming up, so let's do it.
Listen, motherfuckers, to the show that you heard. Download on your smartphone the show that you deserve. Streaming fucking bullshit, you know that's what we are. Podcast full of madness, isn't that absurd?
Woo! Hang on, let me make sure we got the right episode number this time. Yeah, there we go. Episode number 185, Guns and Radio. Doing a little different this time. I mean, if you know before, it's like a yearly thing. Like Dustin somehow ends up on his phone doing this shit. Usually, it's more at the end of the year when we record all our Christmas shit.
Yeah,
But
this it's a couple of months early this year.
yeah, we moved up to right before Canadian Thanksgiving, so
Oh yeah, when is Canadian Thanksgiving?
mid October. So we got another at least 3 weeks, I think.
Oh, okay. I did not know that. Why is
As I
it?
crack
Why is
open,
that holiday different for everybody? I wonder.
I don't know. I guess giving you can give thanks anytime, but no, we gotta do it on this week, this day, and
You
whatever
have to
this
plan.
month.
You have to plan that shit, man. Like,
Yeah,
yeah.
I don't know. We haven't made a whole shopping holiday out of it yet. We have Boxing Day for that, but I mean, we're slowly taking Black Friday from you guys, so it doesn't matter.
You can have that one for all I care. What is it? Okay, see, you've explained this to me in the past,
Hmm.
but I don't understand Boxing Day.
Well, I think we took that from the Brits.
Okay, and the
Yeah,
idea is what you're throwing away all the boxes that the gifts came in.
let me look it up. Hang on.
Because I
Let me just
know it's not what I
place that.
originally thought it was. When I first heard of Boxing Day, for most of my life, I assumed Canada just really loved boxing on this particular day of the year, and
Yeah,
which
basically
is
Boxing
nice as
Day.
everybody's.
Yeah, sorry to cut you off there. Boxing Day in Great Britain,
I'm
other countries, whatever. Um, December 26th, on which servants, tradespeople, and the poor traditionally were presented with gifts.
Oh, okay.
Now it's just like, oh, here's some deals, and go into a mall the day after Christmas and just exchange what you didn't fucking want for whatever you wanted.
Oh, so you do your black? Okay, so Canada's smart because you do your Black Friday the day after Christmas, and then there's that purpose to it.
It used to be like that, but now it's like, oh, let's just be more like America and let's just have Black Friday the same fucking day as well. So,
Well, I don't understand the point of that because there's nothing you can get on Black Friday that by going to the store that you can't get online.
yeah, it's just like the one. It's like, oh, I want to get Christmas gifts, but I want to get them on like for like a heavily whatever discount, cheaper price, depending where you go. I don't know, like if you can get a good deal. But like people will still flock anyways. Be like, oh my god, 20% off is a great deal. 20% off is not a good fucking deal. First of all,
Yeah.
like that's
Now
just like you're
Christmas,
saving tax.
Christmas for me, um, I don't know about you, but like, I don't. Now I don't have. Sorry, there's a cat in my house, and he is exploring the boxes. of things. He keeps catching my attention. What the fuck was I going to say? Okay, so I don't like the whole getting presents thing is fun when you're a kid, but as you get older, like honestly, it's expense I don't need, and I know like my family and stuff, it's expense that they don't need. Why fuck with that? Why not just like you take that money and spend it on being together or something?
Exactly. Or just
You
like
know what I
at,
mean?
at this point, like give me fucking stuff. If you want to give me something I need, like money or like something clothes. Even be pretty like for me.
Well, that's also I think because you and me are in two very different stages in life. You're in early 20s,
No, I'm
and
later 20s, but still, I mean, like
oh, you're in
I
your
can get your
20s
point.
though.
Yeah.
Like I'm just, but like when you get older and stuff, and you start to figure out. I'm gonna put it this way: I haven't figured the fuck out money yet. That shit complicated as fuck. I'm broke all the damn time, but somehow I keep the ship floating. And I think that's the secret is to keep the ship floating. As long as the ship's floating, you're good, man.
Keep the shit afloat and you end up buying a house. Shit.
Well, dude, the reason you want me to tell you why I bought the house?
Why is that?
For a couple of reasons. One is in a really, really good location
Mhm.
to someday be a future rental. And I think I told you about where it was off air. Like it's pretty good
Mhm.
uh, with its location. Uh, there's more foot traffic now, and after a year of living, that apartment that I was living in for the last year is pretty much underground.
Yeah.
Like when you every once in a blue moon, you might see somebody walk by one of your little windows, and the windows are full sized windows, but like the bottom of the window is with the ground started at the bottom of the window,
Yeah.
and that kind of sucked. Well, it didn't suck because it was good and quiet, but at the same time, like I I think it's healthy to be around people too.
Oh, absolutely. You can't be like a total recluse isolationist. You
Yeah.
can't. We can't do pull off our Axl Rose in the '90s. You know.
Well, if you got family and people and shit, you know what I mean? Like somebody's got like a wife and kids and shit. Yeah, go move out in the middle of nowhere because then you got people. You know what I mean? Then you got your people.
Yeah.
But I did not like where I was living at. It was it wasn't when I came to Jefferson City, I came to this side of town. And the whole time I've lived in Jefferson City, I've lived on this side of town.
Hmm.
And now for the past year, I've lived completely on the other side of town. And I didn't like that side because there ain't nothing going on. It's kind of boring over there.
Yeah. It's like a north versus south kind of thing, or
Yeah.
yeah.
But the other reason is I think if the housing market crashes and this house is no longer worth what I've paid for it, then at the very, very least, the fact of the location it's in, when I do someday get it paid off and move on from it, it'll be worth more to keep it and use it as a rental property to get me more money coming in
Absolutely.
because of the location of where it's at. It's in prime. I could rent this easy location.
Hmm. And fuck, renting laws in the States are much better than they are here, man.
Well, I mean, that's a whole that's a whole other thing. I feel like with the way property values have raised,
Hmm.
that there's just as many people looking for apartments as there are people looking for houses. Because you got to remember, we're centered from Kansas City and St. Louis. All those people that were uh, working and making that Kansas City and St. Louis money, now
Hmm.
they're working from home, but
Yeah.
they still make the same money. So fuck it, they'll come over here,
Yeah.
get out of the city, get them a bigger house. The money will go further here because our cost of living is a lot less than it would be in like a St. Louis or a Kansas City. But
Yeah.
because of
Actually.
all the people coming now, our cost of living is going up.
Hmm.
And I feel like they're going to raise rent. And in a couple of years worth of rent raises, I'll be probably better off owning my place, because at least when I even if that don't work and I sell it, and I paid 30 grand on it, when it's all said and done, I'll get that 30 grand back.
Oh yeah.
So there's that. Kind of goes into some shit, but this motherfucker was a pain in the ass this week, because I was supposed to go to Point Fest yesterday, see Hailstorm, but my girlfriend's had a couple of the boys with her, and they're big boys, they're high school boys, they strong, and I'll show you what the apartment looks like. We got hung up getting everything out.
Yeah.
And we kind of ran out of time, so the priority became just get it in the house. So, especially after lunch, we all got slow after lunch. But yeah, she's pretty packed right now, but unorganized as food. So Dustin's got an interesting week ahead. Now, earlier, before we started talking on, before we went on air, we were talking about you had an idea. Explain your idea about the bands thing real quick.
Oh, I just came up with this a segment, like something we can do like here on this podcast. I know a lot of people probably like a lot of our listeners are like, big rock fans, whatever. Let's, expose them through some older bands that we know of that maybe aren't as relevant in sort of the modern whatever rock landscape. So it's a little idea I had. It's called, we're gonna go down the rabbit hole of rock and roll. It's mainly just me probably introducing Dustin to bands he doesn't know, and maybe Dustin can introduce me to bands that I've never heard of as well. So it works both ways in that way.
Yeah, this is going to be an interesting segment to do, because, as we've said in the past, there's only 24 hours in a day, and when it comes to classic rock radio that we all know and love, you're not going to dethrone some bands. You're not going to dethrone the Rolling Stones. They're not going to come off the list. Bob Seger's not going anywhere anytime soon on classic rock radio. And then you got all these great bands, though, that had hits back in the day that just weren't, for whatever, don't make it on the rotation just because there's not enough time for everybody on the radio station.
Yeah.
So you found
just
a
never
band.
got big enough for reasons. There's a lot of bands like that, like, just not bad timing and like no good luck. Like that's like the whole story of Steelheart. So, which is another band we'll cover in this segment as well later on.
Well, right now, the band that you have found, tell us about the band of the day for this feature.
For the debut of this segment, I know it's one I think I know I mentioned a lot on this show. I think you mentioned too here and there. We're gonna be looking at Firehouse. We're going down the rabbit hole listening to Firehouse.
What's their biggest hit?
Oh man, they had a few. Like I can just name stuff off their debut album, which is insanely good.
All right, go ahead.
Shake and Tumble is a really good one. Overnight Sensation. Lover's Lane.
I don't think. See, I haven't heard many of these.
I gotta look at the track list. Hang on for this album. 'Cause there's fucking like it's one of those like very underrated debut albums. I'd say. Like this could have been as big as Appetite, if anything. But unfortunately, like they had one really successful album, Firehouse, but they did do well overseas, like in Asian markets. Like they were huge in Japan and like South Korea and all that.
Right on.
Yeah, so
what happened? When did they debut? What year did that come out?
I think it was like the late '80s. Let me check. Actually, hang on. Let's see, Firehouse. Yeah, it was like late '80s, early '90s. The first album was 1990, 1991.
Okay.
Yeah. Don't Treat Me Bad. Is that another one? Love of a Lifetime. I think a lot of people will know. It was a big like wedding song, like a lot of first dances. Had Love of a Lifetime. It was probably like one of the more like underrated ballads in rock.
So their debut album came out, you said, in '81?
Well, it says on Spotify 1990, but like so
Oh, okay.
1990, 1991.
So they're one of the ones that came out like right at the tail end, just when time was starting to run out for hair metal and
Yeah, kind
grunge
of
was
like
starting to get
Skid
big.
Row in a way too.
Yeah, that's kind of the story of Tiger Tails also. They like that whole you came along at just the wrong time.
Yeah, we were just a couple years too late.
Yeah. So what is you've got a music video for us to check out?
Yeah, hang on, let me load it up here. I'll add it to it. So I feel like there's a few, there's plenty of stuff on YouTube. If you look up like Firehouse on YouTube, you can definitely find a lot of like music videos and stuff. They have a Vivo channel, so that means they're definitely good for something.
Oh yeah. Now see, I've heard of Firehouse. I have heard of them. I can't think of anything just off the top of my head though.
Yeah, so I found this one. I feel like I don't know if you've ever watched this music video or not, but this is particularly a really good Firehouse song. It's really looking at the video for All She Wrote.
All right.
All right, so let's load it up here.
News to report on. Oh, what
Oh
happened?
shit! What the fuck was that? All of it? God damn it! Didn't
Oh, is
download
it doing
properly,
that
did it?
thing again?
Oh, son of a bitch!
That 5 minute thing?
No, come on, that can't be it. That's really what the fuck? Oh god damn it! Fucked up.
Oh well.
But I think we got the
I
gist of
mean,
it though.
yeah, I think that we've seen enough though to make a good discussion about this band. So tell
Yeah.
me, when did Firehouse start to kind of dissolve in popularity? What led to them? I don't know. I wouldn't say a downfall or anything, but what led to their? Are they still together?
Yeah,
What's good?
they're still together. I think a few different um, bandmates
Members?
have changed, whatever, but still, um, they're still together playing shows, more like smaller clubs and stuff. So
Do they got the same singer and the same guitarist and
the
everything?
same singer, yeah, CJ Snare has been there since day one.
Okay.
Let me look at member timelines. Yeah, so CJ Snare, lead vocals, keyboards, has been there since '89. I think basically everyone except their bassist. They only changed the
Okay.
bassist a couple times, and that was it.
Okay, so they're pretty well intact. Do they still tour? Are they on tour right now?
Right now, I'm not sure. They still do tour. They don't probably not as much. I think the last time I checked their website, you could actually book them for a show. So let's see
Oh,
here. Yeah, October 1st, they're playing in Mount Vernon, Illinois at a festival. And then they're
okay.
playing in Puerto Rico October 8th, Pennsylvania with Skid Row and Warrant on October
Oh,
14th.
that sounds like a fun show. I'd go to that.
That would be fucking sick. October 27th in Mexico, 80s in the Sands. And then they're playing November 19th in Northfield, Ohio with Warrant and Winger.
Oh, that might be fun. That sounds like a fun show too.
Yeah, so some stats about Firehouse: 16 gold platinum records, 7 million in sales worldwide, 2 Billboard Hot 100 top 5 hits, 4 Billboard Hot 100 top 25 hits, 7
Wow.
Billboard Hot 100 top 100 hits. Winner of the American Music Awards 1991 Best New Hard Rock Heavy Metal Band. Two-time winner of the ASCAP Songwriters Award. Love a Lifetime, like I said, mentioned before, number one wedding song. Songs used in a lot of other media too, it says here.
What song? What song?
I don't know, it just says on their website. It says songs used in network TV shows, major motion pictures, and video games around the world.
Oh,
Probably
okay.
nothing too huge. And you can book for Firehouse on their website.
Okay. Well,
So we'll send it over to someone who can book them for a show just for us.
I wonder how much it costs.
It doesn't say. Like I go to book, it says contact name, phone, email, like just put your information and like you put the event stuff, whatever, in comments, and then I guess they'll just send you a rider or whatever.
Okay. I'm in the process of working on a live event situation with the old 77.
Ooh.
That live event situation may need a band. So I'm gonna go look into Firehouse, how much they charge.
Yeah, definitely. I would say why the hell not? They have a very good catalog of music, man. For anyone who does want to delve into their catalog, I recommend the debut album, the self-titled debut. It's a fucking amazing album. Um, there's a lot of other hits too, like their other later albums as well. They did a whole acoustic album too, which is really good as well.
Okay.
It's really
Well,
good.
that's
Like,
interesting to know that they're
yeah, this
still.
they're still not making as much music, I don't think, but they're still touring. They're still pretty much mostly together and doing stuff. So
Well, a minute ago, you listed all of the accolades that they had, like so many number one hits. Like, this is not a joke band by any stretch of the imagination.
hell no.
This is a very successful band. Why? And that just tells you, I mean, that just goes on to further my theory about there's just not enough time in the day. But when a band that caliber, why would they not be making? I've never heard them on the radio before.
Yeah, it's just crazy. I feel like it's one of those bands lost to time as well.
Yeah, and that's insane though that they were that big, and now it's like they don't ever play them. But maybe that's why. Maybe because they came along too late, and then all of the grunge started getting big about that time, and those are the things that the classic rock channels are playing now
Yeah,
instead.
yeah, 'cause they debuted like they were together. They started forming like in the mid '80s, but by the time they actually got an album and everything out and signed, whatever, it was 1990 when that debut album came out, and then like there was that hit big, but then after that, it's like, oh, we only want grunge.
I'll tell you that there's a special going on right now on Sirius XM. They're doing 3 months free where you can activate your car. I did it to activate my car radio, and you don't
Mhm.
have to put in a credit card, and it doesn't auto renew.
Wow, that's sweet.
And they've got that special. So I've signed up, and I've been checking out Hair Nation, and Hair Nation on Sirius XM is a really good place to find these kind of bands like Firehouse, and
Yeah,
because I have heard so many good songs that I had never heard on terrestrial radio before on Hair Nation.
yeah. This is like the only I would have never discovered Firehouse if it wasn't for Hair Nation.
I'm trying to think of what other bands. I think Tiger Tails. I've shown you Tiger. I don't think I've ever shown it on the show.
Yeah, you mentioned it before. I think on and off air, like that
I,
their songs.
well, that's a whole other story, but it reminds me it's very similar about they came out in about 1990 and everything like that, and that's kind of why they didn't go on. But if you guys out there, I recommend checking out Hair Nation just for that very reason. If you've got Sirius anyway, and they're not
Absolutely.
sponsoring us, hell, we can't get a sponsor. Can't get nobody to click on them ads. So.
Yeah, I'm fucking drinking Bud Light Seltzer here. They'll sponsor anyone. I'm still trying to get a sponsor. They won't even sponsor us. Fucking assholes.
You dickheads. Dustin is brought to you today by water from the sea. Jefferson
Cocaine tap
City's
water.
finest tap water.
Only 25% cocaine.
Very, very slight traces of lead.
A little bit of phosphorus in there.
Some mercury. I cure for COVID. That's why I don't get this whole vaccine thing, man. Why wouldn't they just poison our water? They're the ones that give it to us. Why would they fuck with a vaccine? They just put it in the water.
I mean, I guess Flint was like the test experiment, and then shit just spread from there. And it's like, oh, everyone's gonna figure out, so we can't really do this shit.
Flint is an example of poor city management.
Yeah.
Because if you ain't even got clean water coming to your citizens, you ain't got no business for a representative, a mayor, anybody to be making six figures right now.
Mm-hmm.
You don't. I don't care if that situation is going on. your salary should get cut to fund that. Because that is way more important than anything these fuckers are buying with this money. That's just my opinion. But yeah, no, we got pretty good water here. So there's that. Way better than the water in Mississippi.
Oh yeah.
But and I heard that the water in Mississippi in some places is having some issues, but I think they've got it pretty well cleared up. But Flint, I don't think they ever did fix Flint. Those poor
No,
people.
I think it's still fucked.
And it
Last
sucks
I
that the
recall.
people are in a bad enough shape that they can't just move, go somewhere
Yeah.
else. Because the way the housing market is right now, combined with that situation for them, that's terrible, man. Like, if you could just fucking move, but who's going to buy a house in Flint, Michigan?
No one. All the houses there are abandoned, probably.
I think that's what else do you do? I mean, count your
Get the
losses
fuck out
and
of
leave.
town.
That's
Yeah.
about the only option.
That's it.
Got some hard times ahead, though.
Hard time for that.
Yeah, but I mean, shit, at least you'd have clean water. I don't know. I feel bad for these folks, man.
You got to, for sure.
Because that's the kind of shit that used to not happen in America. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that should get solved. Now it's like, yeah, they don't even care anymore.
Like, this kind of shit didn't happen in the 80s. Like, or
Or
the
at least you didn't
90s.
hear about it.
Well, that's true. That is true. We do have more media available.
Yeah.
Well, that was a good find, Caputo. Now, I got something else I want to talk about real quick.
Ooh.
I got a little Motley Crue news for you.
Oh, shit, really?
Yeah, you might want to Google this because I don't have the article or anything. I can't use my phone.
All right.
But did you know that Tommy Lee has launched an OnlyFans?
I was hearing rumors about this because I saw like Tommy was trending on Twitter. And I'm like, yeah, okay, this is full of shit. This guy's going to launch an OnlyFans. That's actually legit.
Yeah. So, have you heard anything about this?
Not much. I just saw it was like trending on Twitter.
Well, folks, Guns and Radio this week did a little investigative reporting, and let me tell you exactly how deep that Caputo and I are going to dive into this situation. We know it's like $49.
Jesus Christ.
Now, I'm not willing to do the research on this story for obvious reasons, because they're going to show photos even if they blur them.
Oh, yeah.
And I just am not interested in Tommy Lee's
Yeah.
naked ass.
Oh, yeah. Like, I literally just look up, like, Tommy Lee OnlyFans. I already found the bio of his OnlyFans. I'm not going to click the fucking links. I don't really care. But it literally says, it says, yeah, that Tommy Lee, and yeah, that dick. Come, CUM. Watch me be free. What?
Watch me be free.
Yeah. Bro posts one dick pic, decides to be an OnlyFans hoe.
There's a little Easter egg in the season premiere. If you guys saw the season premiere of Guns and Radio, episode 181, the intro segment with the shitty cartoon I made of Vince Neil, at the end where Motley Crue comes in to say what they did with Caputo's money, if you notice, nobody catches this, but while Tommy Lee's talking, he's taking dick pics. That was a joke that was kind of in there, and I don't think a lot of people caught it. But like, if you just look, his phone's flashing, and the pants, the character of Tommy Lee is just Tommy Lee from the waist up. And then I got one of those Slim Fast commercials where they're stretching out their pants to show how much weight they lost. And so I've set it there so Tommy Lee's hand is stretching his hand, and then his phone is like pointing down and snapping photos of his junk. That was the joke the whole time. All this is going
on. I would say, like, to quote Tara and Robin on this, like, Tommy Lee has become more of a himbo than Slash will ever be. Fuck.
Dude, you know what? I wonder if they're online right now.
Maybe, I don't know.
Hey, will you shoot them the link and say, hey, you want to jump on real quick and talk about Tommy Lee's OnlyFans?
Oh,
And then if one of them is online and they jump on, what a hell of a fucking
I mean, they're finally backing out, like producing like content on a regular basis, and I'm pretty sure they probably mentioned this in their last episode.
I would love to hear their thoughts on it. I would also love for our audience to hear their thoughts on it. I think that would be
Yeah.
funny as fuck.
If we can't get hold of them, if not, I would say go on to their feed. They probably already talked about it on a recent episode.
Okay. That's interesting.
Yeah, definitely. I'm like, dude, not even Slash would do this shit. If Slash had an OnlyFans, he just post pictures of fucking like snakes with tits. It should just be his Instagram, but maybe there's less chance of it getting fucking banned or something.
You know what? Here's our next segment. This is our bit. Let's talk about rock stars. I'm going to name a rock star, and let's talk about what their OnlyFans would look like. Keith Richards.
Oh fuck. And he'd probably post like nudes of like all like the 30-year-olds he knocks up. It wouldn't even be of him. It's just like, oh, look at this young little girl. I'm just shocked today.
I don't know. Can you do that? I don't
mean,
think you can do that.
If you get their consent, they don't give a shit. You give them, cut them in on it.
But isn't the point of this is that you're just making this money for you?
Yeah. Well, actually, that'd be more like Mick Jagger's thing. Keith Richards would probably just like be pictures of him doing cocaine or something with his shirt off. I don't know.
This is my thoughts. You're gonna see Keith Richards, but he's not. He's gonna have his bottoms on. I don't think Keith will show you dick pics, but
No, Keith won't show. No.
he's gonna be posing on the couch, and the underwear that he wears, I predict that you will see are those white grandpa underwear. Like, you know, when you go to grandpa's house and you see him in the middle of the night walking to the bathroom in his underwear, how they always wearing them tighty whitey.
Yeah, his teddy whities with Depends.
So you're gonna have, I wouldn't say no, I don't think you wear the pants. But you're gonna see him in all seriousness. That's what I would imagine in my head. Is is like grandpa walking to the bathroom in the middle of the night when you spend the night at grandpa's house as a kid.
Oh my god.
But laid out on a couch or something and taking a photo and smoking a cigarette. Or you got that one friend that's grandpa's like that 24/7 because he's an alcoholic. Friend's drunk grandpa. That. All right, next, Steven Tyler.
Oh god. I don't know.
I'll tell you what. I'm gonna throw you a bone. Give you a fun one to think about. Madonna,
Oh no, Madonna would go full out. She's fucking wild.
especially back in the '80s.
I was gonna say she'd spread it all. She doesn't give a shit.
Dude, if
Even now.
anybody was gonna have, if OnlyFans had been big in the '80s, I feel like Madonna would have had an OnlyFans.
Oh
But
fuck
I'm
yeah.
also I'm kind of surprised that Miley Cyrus doesn't.
No, she's tame now. She's not as crazy.
Yeah,
She stopped doing a lot
Scarlett.
of the drugs and shit, so
I know Scarlett Bordeaux does.
yeah, all these fucking female wrestlers, dude, they're not showing their tits. They're just showing them in bikinis and charging dudes like $50 a month.
I don't know, dude. I have never seen the inside of an OnlyFans. I don't know what it looks like. I refuse to pay for porn.
Exactly.
I mean, I've come awful close because OnlyFans, like, you know how every dude and his buddy pretty much have a podcast like
Yeah.
us?
Yeah, everyone and their fucking great grandmother has a podcast now.
Yeah. Podcasts. OnlyFans are podcasts for chicks. Like, I'm just saying, that's what all the girls are like. There's dudes that do it, but you know they ain't making the
It's
money.
podcast for chicks.
Well,
Yeah, it's just visual podcasts, but here, let me show you fucking hardcore shit.
well, you're creating content of a certain variety
Yeah.
that you know what, but here's the thing. I know, like, okay, I don't know. I've heard rumor that like 3 people I personally know have OnlyFans. And now there is a curiosity factor where it's like, okay, you'll see this. But it's always either somebody you work with, and not like you like the girl I'm dating I work with, but she works in a different department. Like I only see her at lunch. It's like somebody you work with, like in your office, and you have to sit next to them or something every day.
Yeah, and then you're like, you see like the shit they're posting online under a different alias, like,
Yeah.
they're not gonna hold this.
So there's these rumors going around work that certain chicks have OnlyFans. But one I know is true because somebody looked into it. I'm not going to say who, but in the wrestling business, one of the boys' wives, who's a very good-looking girl. Like a lot of times, wrestlers may not always marry pretty.
Yeah.
But
Well, I mean, you
fella,
gotta do what you gotta do to make $1 or $6, man. You know, if you're getting, may as well. You make more from this job than your real job or something. There's been
well,
so
yeah,
many stories of that too, like fucking teachers and shit, or like doing this shit on the side.
I know, dude. And like when a teacher gets found out, to me, that's always real funny. I
Yeah,
mean, it sucks if they get fired and shit like that. Like, I don't think you should. That's harsh.
yeah,
Like,
exactly.
if you work with little kids, especially if you work with teenagers, you probably shouldn't have that out there. Like fucking kindergartners, they're not looking for this.
No, they have no idea. They're still innocent.
Yeah, but like when you start to get into like high school,
Even middle
where
school.
the boys are going to, when it comes to getting online and what they're going to Google, boys will be boys.
Hmm.
and you know, I feel like that's a ticking time bomb. Like eventually you're gonna get found out. All right, Doc McGee.
Oh god. He's a fucking manager. He's not a rock star.
You're gonna see him now. His comfortable, sexy pose. What he finds, what the women would pay to see him do, is he's gonna be fully clothed, kicking back with his feet up. Maybe he's in his socks, smoking a cigar with his feet up on his desk while he does fucking paperwork. That's what.
It's like a fucking lawyer on OnlyFans. What the hell? That's tame. I was gonna say you want to go real. I'd say like Gene Simmons OnlyFans. It's just only him performing cunnilingus on his wife. That's it. Only
I
stuff
didn't
with
think
tongue.
You know, Paul Stanley. Paul
Yeah.
Stanley would have like had like, see, I like girls. It's like, have you seen that movie?
It would just be that one scene from
Decline of Western Civilization.
yeah, it would just be that one scene with him in the bed with the chicks.
Yeah,
That's all the only thing he pulls as OnlyFans. That's the only thing of him with girls, anyways. I don't know.
yeah. If you're new to the Guns and Radio podcast, where the idea for Paul Stanley, see, I like girls. See, I don't like guys. I'm not gay or nothing. I like girls. See, there's girls all over. Is if you watch The Decline of Western Civilization, there's a scene of Paul Stanley, like you know how documentaries will cut to people talking and up close and stuff and telling their story. This story is about the LA rock scene of the 80s, and Paul Stanley is in it. And when he's sitting there doing his interview segments, he's laying in the bed with the camera up over him, and he's got 4
There's at least
women.
2.
I think there's more than 2.
I think
I
he's at least
remember
got one on each side.
he does at least have one on each side, but I think there's more girls in that bed. Like there are there's a noticeable, you know.
Okay,
You
so
know
I think
what?
it's between 2 and 4.
Okay,
From what I remember.
we'll say between 2 and 4 chicks, whatever. But it's enough, and then he's laying there giving his interview. He's like, well, you see, the thing about rock and roll is that you know, anybody can be a rock star. And I'm like, bruh, It just reminds me so hard. Have you ever had that friend that was gay and you knew he was gay and he was always gay, but like, in high school he pretend he ain't,
Yeah.
and then he gets in college like 18, 19, and it's like, yeah, he was gay all along, but that's like the act. That's what it reminds me of when he's doing that interview. Is it reminds me of like one of my friends from high school that was gay and wasn't ready to admit it yet, and
Yeah. Now, the 2022 version of that, you replace Paul Stanley and put Adam Levine in there with those fucking memes going on. Holy fuck, your
dude.
body is absurd. Outside!
Yeah, I like a lot of weird shit on Facebook. One of the groups I'm in is a Glenn Danzig, is a group just specifically Glenn Danzig memes. And that your body is absurd thing. I saw that, and I saw Brando posted one of Medusa.
Yeah. And then you replaced absurd with the absurd logo, I guess, from the cover, from the single art.
Yeah.
It was
What was
like,
going
yes.
on with that? What
So
was the story
apparently,
there?
he basically got caught like fucking some other chick, and then he got her, or he's got his wife pregnant or something, and was gonna name that kid after the chick he was fucking cheating on his wife with or something. Some whole thing, and then the DMs whether this other chick leaked or something. I'm like, oh my god. And I'm like, guess what?
Uh,
This guy just ruined his whole band because he was his whole band. Who the fuck else knows who's in Maroon 5?
yeah.
All I
I
know is it's
mean, dude,
Adam Levine, some dude with long hair, and a black guy. That's it.
Maroon 5 had its time. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
Here's what I found.
Oh, shut up,
Uh,
Siri.
Wait, I'm kind of curious what she was going to say.
I don't know. Stop. No. Why does it do this? Fuck you, Apple Watch.
I don't know. What was she going to say?
I don't know. I cut her off. She didn't deserve to fucking know. Fuck
Oh, we'll never know. It's
you.
lost
Yeah,
to the cosmos.
you were saying anyways.
Let's see. Let's do one more. Let's think. Oh, dude, Lita Ford whooped somebody's ass.
Yeah, no, it'd be her choking some fucking dude with his own dick or
Yeah,
something. It'd be like watching like Phoenix Marie fuck a guy or something.
dude, could you imagine if Lita Ford's reaction to a dick pic?
She would probably choppy in your pee-pee. You would get John Wayne Bobbited.
Yeah, I'm scared of Lita Ford. Don't get me wrong, she is really, really hot. Like of all the women rock stars of that time, Lita Ford is way up there in my opinion. I love her music, but also like her image that makes her real hot. But I'm gonna tell you, in real life, man, everybody want a wild woman till you get a wild woman. I'm gonna tell you,
Exactly, man.
the day by day is very tiresome. Oh man, it is very tiresome day by day. Janis Joplin might have done it though.
Maybe yes, maybe no. You never know.
Hers would have been very artistic though.
Yeah.
Like, oh man, she wasn't very attractive though. But it wouldn't be a sexual thing. It'd be one of those body positive kind of things. I feel like that would be the direction if Janis Joplin were a thing today.
Yeah.
That would go.
Yeah.
That's weird. But it's so weird that Tommy Lee of all people.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I guess ride the wave of popularity while you still can. I mean, shit. You got people talking, so why not?
I know, man. There was a time I never got to get in on them, but Vince Neil was doing cameos at one point,
Oh, yeah.
and I really wanted to get a cameo from Vince Neil, and and oh man, but then he quit doing it.
God damn it. Probably got fat
That's
shame on
why.
there, too.
Who's on there?
That's how he probably got fat shamed on there too, just like he gets fat shamed all over the internet.
I don't know. I don't know, man. Like Vince, that ain't even the thing with Vince. Like I don't really hold it against Vince. I don't guess. Like I mean, I make fun of him because he and he gets
Yeah.
winded and he makes up the shit. But I mean, there's got to be said for the fact that you don't have the talent. I mean, there's got to be something said about that. I mean, you don't have the talent, but you survived. Not only survived, but you were one of the top dogs in a time where the top dogs of music were so top dog. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
legendary.
Yeah.
And like the 2000s don't really have that. I mean, you might have somebody that's big for a year or two nowadays, but you don't get your decade long dominations like you did back in the day.
No, I know exactly. I agree. Like it's either you're a one hit wonder or you maybe last, 5, 10 years in the sun and then you're gone. Or someone else new just basically trumps your ass.
Yeah. Well, that's
Yeah.
interesting. That's been an interesting episode. We
For
checked out a
fun.
band. Had some good
Yeah,
conversation.
we checked out a band, talked about OnlyFans, and we haven't even mentioned GNR news for once in this fucking time.
Oh yeah, yeah. We even got so that's the box set. They've announced the Use Your
Yeah,
Illusion box set is coming out
yeah.
November 11th, right?
November 11th,
2022.
and coming in like 17 different versions. Um, I'm interested
Well,
in it.
have you looked at the track list? I mean, there's like I know that the Ritz is coming because they've already released the single from this box set, I guess, is You Could Be Mine from the Ritz.
Yeah.
And I didn't know before we were talking off air what was so special about the Ritz. So tell me again, what's so special about the Ritz shows
It,
that makes
it was
this
one
a
of
big deal?
the few warm-up shows that they did right before the User Illusion tour. It was one of the first shows actually technically that's on the tour, but it was considered a warm-up show before the tour started. And this one of the first like times a lot of the new music from the double albums would be tested live and all that. And this is also the show where Axel broke his foot, which is then you see in later User Illusion tour footage that like he had the cast on and shit for a few months.
Huh.
So he broke
And
his foot,
then,
especially, and it was during "You Could Be Mine," ironically.
and
He jumped off
you
the speaker,
said,
and broke his foot.
so he jumps off of. Now, can you hear on the single that they released? Can you kind of hear when that happens?
Not really, no. But you can kind of probably tell, like in like the later half of the song, like when like Axel's singing, you could probably tell, like, okay, maybe this guy's in pain. When he does like that ending, "You could be mine," like he's like fucking like I don't know if it's just the rasp, but like his voice, his vocal range at the era of the time there, but like he sounded like he was in fucking pain. So he's like just fucking, it's like he was biting on something like, "Arr."
Okay,
Yeah, that's why.
but
So we're getting yeah, so we're getting that
that's a very
show.
metal song.
Yeah, so we're getting that show in audio and also in Blu-ray format, which is pretty fucking
Oh,
cool. We're finally getting some pro shot stuff from that era.
I mean, yeah, this is the first time that we've seen anything of high definition 4K quality from
Mhm.
Guns N' Roses that was not remastered by Franz.
Pretty much. I wouldn't be surprised if Franz is actually no way. Franz would never do this shit for that.
No, but I've talked to Franz about it. Like, he definitely has an opinion on it. I got to be
Yeah,
honest, like, this past week with me moving and everything, a lot of my messages are behind.
yeah. There was a
And
big discussion as well in our Discord about a lot of this stuff. I mean, some people are like, "Oh, it's kind of underwhelming, disappointing," and like I know like me and Franz are very like excited for it. 'Cause me, I'm a sucker for like good live content as well. So we're getting, you know, the Ritz in audio and in Blu-ray format. We're also getting, the Las Vegas show from 1992, which apparently like no one knew the full set list of until now.
And that's the one that certain songs were taken from for Live Era, right?
Yeah, so we're gonna hear them, as it was intended, not with alleged Axel overdubs.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, Patience, was it Patience in Paradise City? That's like Patience was supposed to have little to no. Uh, no, it wasn't Patience. There's a song on there that's supposed to have little to no change on Live Era. Which one was it? Was it Patience?
I'm not sure, to be honest. I'm not even sure. Like, I don't know. I'm not sure what you're even referring to be honest.
Well, one of the Live Era. Well, that's a whole rabbit hole, like going down.
Yeah, the
Uh,
whole live air conspiracy theories and is it really
yeah.
overdubbed or not? I mean, like, there's some that definitely does sound like it is.
Well, it definitely is. Slash even said it was. Like they've never denied that. Like
Yeah,
there was
because that
work
was
done.
all three of them. They had to agree to release this shit.
Yeah, and I was looking at an interview before Slash and Axel were talking again back in the day while they were still mad at each other, and they asked Slash what was his favorite, what was the easiest album to work on, or something like that, and he said Live Era was the easiest one to work on because he didn't have to see Axel, like they did
Yeah, it's all
everything
their
through
lawyers
all
and
your.
management took care of it.
Yeah.
That's
So like they were
funny.
never in the room together. But Slash admitted that he'd re-recorded stuff on it. So if he was going to, it only makes sense that Axel would too.
Yeah, I mean, why not? I think parts of Sweet Child of Mine definitely were because they sounds like probably they took from whatever we recorded in '99 with the new band and just threw it on there.
Why do people get so mad about that though?
I don't know. I get it. Reasons like you want to hear like the raw live recordings and shit, but I feel like at that time you get away with a lot of that stuff. It was '99. I mean,
Hmm.
now you wouldn't be able to get away with it, which is probably why they're releasing these, um, full concerts. Plus, I think like we're even getting a lot of other live stuff too. I think there's a whole CD of just like different songs from the Illusions albums, like live from different concerts. Like I know we're getting some live stuff from that Paris '92 concert. Um, a little bit from different concerts all around the world during that User Illusion era.
Now I've reviewed the set list, not really in depth, but I've looked over it a few times, and I don't see anything that's coming out in this box set that we don't already have in the wheel for us to review, other than Hotel California. But I think it's an instrumental.
Yeah, because they used to just cover random stuff and have like intro into other things. Like,
Mhm.
back in the Illusions era, they'd have Sweet Little Sister as the intro to Sweet Child of Mine
Yeah,
or stuff like
but it's
that. They would play or they played some random other stuff that would lead into November Rain.
but those kind of things to me, I don't feel like they should be billed as a separate song. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
it technically is unreleased because it's a concert that hasn't been released to the public in a by management or the band themselves, like through a record label. I mean, the only thing we could probably actually get at reviewing this is the 2022 version of November Rain.
Now, you know what I'm not seeing here, and that I feel like it's conspicuous by its absence. Corn Shucker.
That'll never get officially released. Never will. Just like they omitted One in a Million from the Appetite re-release remaster, that's never getting an official release.
Well, one in a million needed to go, man. Oh, well,
Yeah,
it's going to have its own episode. I'm dreading the day that motherfucker comes out of the wheel.
I mean that and a certain other song from the Illusion albums. I think most people know.
Oh Lord, yeah.
Yeah, I mean you're gonna
Oh,
hear that.
dude,
You're
I
gonna
didn't
hear
even
fucking
think.
that remastered. Whew.
I didn't even think of My World, dude.
Yeah, My World remastered, bro. It's gonna be fucking insane.
Oh man, they're gonna have demos and shit on this one like they did on the last one.
There isn't any, and like I can understand why people are like, oh, we're going to hear demos and shit. I'm like, that shit's already on fucking like YouTube. We've already covered at least like two or three of them from that
Hmm.
like era. The only thing I really want is the song from the '94 Pinball Machine, the It Going Down, whatever,
Yeah.
which I don't think was
I would
ever
like.
officially released.
Now, see, that's another reason this box set disappoints me, is because I would like to hear a polished version of Crash Diet. I'd like to hear a polished version of Sentimental Movie.
Hmm
I,
and I
you know,
do get why, but hot take, honestly, a lot of those Illusion demos are fucking shit.
really,
Just Another Sunday, the one we reviewed, was kind of eh.
but
Too much too soon wasn't that good.
wouldn't it be a little better though if they were polished up and sounded like finished tracks?
Maybe yes, maybe no, but they're demos. They weren't even like tracks they were probably ever going to finish anyways.
Yeah,
That's that's the thing.
but
Like
I'm
I
just
wouldn't
saying if
mind
they
like
finished them,
they could have
I
done what they
wouldn't.
did with, the Appetite re-release, have like, studio sessions or something. Like
Like
re-release
they did
those.
Shadow of Your Love.
Yeah.
Like, why could I just saying if they would do that with, even though those songs right now in demo form are meh,
Hmm
they, cleaned up, at least it would be something that we might never listen to again, but be like, okay, that's what that was supposed to sound like we got with Shadow of Your Love.
hmm Yeah,
You
I
know.
can definitely see both sides, but I feel like, you know, then it would have been like double the price. Because like, oh, there's demos here. We gotta, double the price of it.
Triple the motherfucker. I'm not gonna buy
Yeah.
it.
I don't know. I mean, like, at least now it's actually a reasonable price. Like, unless you're buying the vinyl, the 12 fucking vinyl version. But, like, you have to be a vinyl file to even give a shit about that.
Yeah.
Like, I would only consider maybe getting the 7 CD version. Because it's actually, like, reasonable. And, like, the memorabilia stuff would be pretty cool to have as well. And it's actually
If
not
I
useless.
was if I was gonna buy it, it'd be vinyl or nothing for me.
Yeah. I don't know. The thing is, I already have Use Illusion 1 and 2 on vinyl. So it's like, why would I want to get them? I mean, if you get them remastered, but I'm like, you can get the same shit on the streaming service. Like, I just want more for, I would get
Yeah.
more for, like, just to get the pro shot of the Ritz and then all, like, the memorabilia stuff. Like, from that era, just have, like, the photos and other stuff, um, stuff.
Have we
Just, like,
done Crash Diet on here?
we have done Crash Diet.
We have.
Mm-hmm.
When did we do that?
Fuck, way back. I think it was a bonus show.
Well,
We did it back, like, in season 2 or 3.
I did not know that. I got to look back at that. I don't remember doing that at all.
Yeah, we've done Crash Diet. I know we did Just Another Sunday, Too Much Too Soon. We did Corn Shucker.
Yeah.
Sentimental Movie we still have not done yet.
Okay.
I know that one for a fact we still have not done yet. Um, we covered a couple of the stuff from the Appetite thing. Yeah, the Jumpin' Jack Flash, Heartbreak Hotel covers from the studio sessions there. We did Shadow of Your
Okay.
Love, finally.
Oh yeah, we did get Shadow last season.
Yeah, we got Shadow last season, which is awesome to get out of the way.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, like there is definitely like a good case for both sides of the opinion on this box set. At least now it's a lot more affordable for a lot of reasons. I mean, at the same time though, you're kind of probably getting something decreased, but at least like it looks fucking cool what you're getting in the box set. Like the
It
set
does look
itself looks
awesome.
really cool. I like the artwork where it's mixed with the orange and the blue from the albums and stuff.
Yeah, you put them side by side, and it makes that square of.
Yeah, it's like yeah, the square sort of zigzag effect. It is
Yeah,
really
that is
cool.
really cool.
I mean, we don't need a box with a fucking cross on it. It looks like I don't know. That's just gonna end up like maybe holding up a table that's missing a leg.
I thought I know I would if I was going to buy anything, the Appetite box. I would like to have that. I don't want to buy. The only thing is I don't want. I've got a pretty vast GNR collection as it is,
Hmm
and there's not really anything inside the box that interests me as much as the box itself. And then I would just put my own shit in the box. Like,
Yeah.
if somebody out there wants to sell me the box for like $2, I'd buy it. But Even that
Yeah.
motherfucker sells for a couple of $100, and I'm just not willing to pay that for a box.
Yeah, and I can't even get it because they shut the fucking Canadian merch store down, which is bullshit.
Sons of bitches.
Yeah,
How do
but
you get
like
shit then?
it, I have to basically use the American merch store. Then I gotta pay customs and shit on that. Like, oh fuck that,
Oh, that's
no.
lame.
But like I literally, so like I can get the Use Illusion box set here. I have to go through fucking Universal Music Canada, like their merch uh site, whatever. If I want, if maybe I don't know, I'm still considering on the fence of getting this box set for like the Use Illusion one.
Well, if
'Cause the
you
auction, like it's kind of, not too bad. At least you're getting some
how,
decent
mu-
shit out of it.
how much does it cost?
Like if I look here, like so I'm looking at the Super Deluxe, the 7 CD with the Blu-ray movie, 313.99.
Oh, bro, come on. You could buy a computer for that.
I mean, I bought a computer for way more than that. It's better than getting the 12 vinyl one, which is like $600.
Yeah, or you could buy a cool suit. Oh, yeah.
I don't go far anyways.
Now I am interested in the Blu-ray. I will pick up the Blu-ray if
Mhm.
they release it separately. If they don't release it separately, I will not buy it.
They probably
Somebody.
won't.
Well, then you know what? Somebody will send it to us.
France.
Franz, and even if not, dude, like there's nothing that's going to be on that Blu-ray that Franz, had already like shown us better shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's true. But I'll even look through like the description here. Super Deluxe 7 CD, 97 total tracks. You get live in New York, live in Las Vegas. Uh, so the New York thing, it's a Blu-ray, features full concert film in HD, surround stereo audio, and then you get a hardcover book with unreleased photos, images, replica fan club kits, um, 10 double design lithos, 4 backstage passes, and all this stuff. So basically, it's just tour memorabilia they're remaking for this.
Man, I hate when they re-release fan club shit, and then you go try to buy fan club shit on the internet,
Yeah,
and you always have to worry about is it the re-release version or is it like genuine?
I can get that, but like I don't know, it's cool to
Uh,
know that there's actually a fan club before it became just like the toxic cesspool of fucking forums.
yeah, I wonder what that was like back in the. Well, the forums came along in the '90s, probably,
Late '90s, early 2000s.
because even back before the forums, we had chat rooms.
Hmm.
There's probably a whole Yahoo chat on it. Of course, I wasn't there back then, but I wouldn't have been surprised.
True.
Well, uh, yeah. What else have we got? Is there any other interesting GNR news before we get into our song of the day?
I think that's pretty much it. We give our thoughts on the box set. I think it's pretty decent. Would be nice to have more stuff, yeah. But I mean, we're getting a lot of live content, and I'm a sucker for like, old live releases. I don't have to bootleg off of
Oh
a
yeah,
fucking, shaky fucking cam recording from 30 years ago. So,
that's true.
so at least you're
That'll
getting
be
something
nice
good. I mean, I
if we
would I
get.
would love for GNR to start releasing more of their older concerts. Even like we mentioned Paul Stanley doing what Kiss is doing. I don't know if you're seeing a lot of their release on Spotify. We were literally releasing fucking stuff from the soundboard from old shows.
Oh wow, I did
They
not
have a
know
whole
that.
series of off the board, or I think it's called off the soundboard or something. They release like 3 different shows. So it's like, oh, you want like an old '70s Kiss show with the original lineup? Here you go. You want something from the '98 tour? There you go. Something from like 2001, 2002. You have a show from that era.
If since Paul Stanley uses tracks, it's a good thing to put them tracks to work that aren't just sitting out there.
Exactly. Especially, it's just straight off the soundboard. Why not?
That's pretty awesome. I kind of want to check that out.
Definitely. I think there's like 2 or 3 they already released in the last year, just like, this off the soundboard series.
Kiss has
Really
always
killer
done
fucking
shit
stuff.
like that. They do Kissology. Why doesn't GNR? They have and that's the thing I don't understand. Have you seen the Kiss? You remember the Kissology DVD sets that used to come out?
Yeah, I do recall. 'Cause I think there was an album version of it too, like somewhere on Spotify, I think. Or maybe that's just the greatest
Well,
hits thing, but
well, on Kissology, what they would do is it would be a set of DVDs, and the
mhm,
DVDs are all live Kiss shows.
yeah.
And there's like one or two from the set from 70 whatever 70, and then it starts out like 70 whatever to 80 something, like it's a 5 year span, and it's got like
Mhm,
20-30 different concerts on it in their
mhm.
entirety, something like that. I don't
Yeah,
know
yeah.
why GNR can't do that.
Bro, they could
Like
just
they have
release
to
this
put,
shit like on a online like streaming pay-per-view platform. Like remember a couple of years ago during the pandemic, Fight TV and their whole summer concert series. GNR could
yeah.
do something like that. Just release shows from different eras for like $10. You get, unlimited replay values pretty much added to your account, whatever. And it's smart because, Fight TV is, a lot of, combat sports pro wrestling. There's an intersection of GNR fans and pro wrestling fans. You
You know,
know,
if MTV would get their shit together, there's no excuse why there couldn't be like a streaming version with that feature where you have just concerts, and then you go to any artist,
exactly.
and
Because,
like there
you
it's just
know,
with the rights, and as convoluted as the music and
yeah.
greedy.
Yeah, because MTV has broadcasted a lot of concerts too. I mean, like the Ritz from that old Ritz show from the 80s was aired on MTV. That's
Yeah.
probably why you're never going to get a fully official release of it because MTV probably still has the rights to it.
Yeah, and we'll see, like, well, that I get it. Like, if you ain't gonna get that much of a pie, I understand. But at the same time, like, you're just sitting on this shit. Like, it's not making any money like
Hmm.
this. I mean, at least at least it could make money. You know what I mean? At least they're putting something out now to make money. So
Yeah,
on those Blu-rays, how many concerts are you going to get in Blu-ray form?
that's true. Especially the work to convert that footage into something that's like, HD and all that.
But dude, Franz can do it, and he's one
Hmm.
guy sitting at home,
Bro,
like
there's so
chilling.
many like people even in the GNR community that have done this shit. Not just Franz, a few other people definitely have done it. I mean, Franz is the best at doing it, but
Why can't? Well, I just don't understand. Well, I mean, like even if they didn't utilize the fans and like say, hey, I'll hire you to do this.
hmm,
Even if they didn't do that, there's companies out there that do this.
hmm,
That's their whole business platform
yeah, do
is
all
to
these
take old
conversions
footage and
and
make it 4K.
upscalings. Yeah.
Yeah,
Bro, just start selling your
Rick
shit to
Astley.
fucking Eagle Rock.
Rick Astley, never gonna give you up, is available in 4K.
Yeah. Was that a fan made
November
one we
Rain is
watched
not.
or?
Yeah, we
Uh,
watched that on here.
yeah, there was a fan did that. Someone on YouTube randomly did. I don't think it was officially from him. I think it was just like a random fan upscaled the whole thing in 4K and it looked fucking sick.
AC/DC's released a 4K had a 4K re-release of one of their music videos. Thunderstruck.
Yeah, because I think a lot of bands are even doing that, taking their old videos from the 90s and making them like HD or 4K or something, which is
Yeah, and
not a
some
bad
about if it was
idea.
mastered on film,
Yeah, if you
you
can
can do
find the
that.
original film, you can definitely work wonders with that shit.
That's awesome. And it's so weird though, because like now everything's digital. So when the next thing better than 4K comes out, watch it won't be you won't be able to do nothing with it unless you didn't have film. And since they
Yeah,
don't use film,
you have to do fucking upscale from 4 to 8 to like 12K, whatever's
yeah,
next after long when we're fucking gone.
yeah. I don't think we'll ever be available in 4K, folks.
Never know.
You never know. Yeah, that is true.
Never know. You never know, man.
That's the story of our life.
Yeah. And speaking of stories of our lives,
Our
uh,
song of the day is
yeah,
by Neurotic Outsiders. How do you think it's
Yeah.
going to be, Chris?
Mid to shit.
Mid to shit. Oh boy.
Yeah, mid to shit. Let's just get it over with. Let's get right into it.
This come out in the 90s or the early 2000s?
I think it was sometime in the 90s.
It's kind of got that Creed kind of sound to it.
Yeah, 96.
Oh no, is it going to be a boring song the whole way through?
We'll have to see.
Oh, get in so I can hear better.
But I think I'll stay in my chair. That's the story of my life. Yeah. Another day goes drifting by away. Now I can't live, but I won't die. That's the story of my life.
Do you have any facts or any lyrics or anything? What do you have up for us today?
I only got lyrics so far, so I can just read from that first verse and the first chorus so far that we've covered.
All right, maybe if
yeah.
I can get some context here, I can get into this.
I'll look up some more. Let me look up fucking Neurotic Outsiders as well while we're at it, and just see
'Cause I gotta
let's
tell
see
you
the
so
writers
far.
and shit behind the song. So lyrics here. Boredom's tearing me apart. I
Yeah,
entered
you
a
got
race
that right.
that I can't start. They told me if I move that I'd go too far, but I think I'll stay in my Shangri-La. Okay.
Ah, that's the name. Hey, Shangri-La is the name of our weed dispensary.
So you're saying the Neurotic Outsiders predicted the future 26 years ago?
Yeah, they came to Jefferson City. They time traveled here.
Yeah. This is the only drug Duff McKagan could do because like he was sober as fuck. Couldn't drink alcohol,
Yeah,
couldn't smoke some weed.
I think my ADD is going to get the best of me in this with this song, but
Yeah.
so far,
It's meh. It's I don't know. And then
we
the
should have.
chorus, yeah.
Can we add something one season? You know what, I'm asking you on air,
Hmm.
but think about this. We need AGT buzzers. Because even the AGT judges get to go, and if everybody agrees,
Yeah, it wouldn't be a bad idea. I don't know. I just like to
just
give things a
no.
chance at least, you know. If we gave the buzzers, then once we review My World, I would push that shit 1 second in. I want to hear that. That's the thing. Our bias would overtake everything in this podcast.
Doesn't it already, though? Isn't that what it's supposed to do?
To an extent, yeah, but I would just bring it to a fucking near like dictator level.
I don't know, guys. Tell us on our Discord what you think of that idea.
Yeah.
Give us your feedback on it.
And then the chorus of this song here, that's the story of my life. Another day goes drifting by. Now I can't live, but I won't die. That's the story of my life.
Oh, that's good and depressing. All
Yes,
right.
very.
Go ahead and hit play and let's get through this. I'm going to go get some water.
Yeah.
Watch us barely stay afloat. I'm too scared to rock the boat. But when I wake is when I feel. I think of myself, it makes me ill. That's the story of my life. Yeah. Another junkie in the sky. Yeah.
What is this genre?
What's that, sir?
what would you say this genre of music is? This puddle of mud sounding.
Well, I don't know. Wikipedia considers them punk rock.
Okay.
I don't know. It's very like '90s rock at the time. It's like a mix. It sounds like a mix of like alt with a little grunge, like a little bit of punk, and then just like I don't know, some soft rock bullshit. I guess
Hmm.
something like that. I don't know. It's
I
not really
remember
doing it for me.
when we first started listening to Neurotic Outsiders on this show, I recall, tell me if I'm wrong, did we not get some good songs that first couple of times?
The first time was actually a really shitty one. It was some like
Okay.
Duran Duran cover, and I think
What's
one.
been the good thing that Duff has done? Because this ain't it then.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, actually, if I look at it, 6 Feet Under, that was one that was actually like mid. I think from looking at the ratings here from like past episodes, we put that one right in the middle because I remember that was a good song, like instrumentally wise. Just the lyrics fucking sucked as usual.
Hmm.
But this is just kind of lame, honestly.
Dude, I am so bored with this. But
Yeah,
how long do we got left?
I don't know. I think it's a 4 minute song, and I think we're like only halfway through.
Hit play, but turn it down
Yeah.
so we can still talk. And now give us some songs, some more facts and stuff to make this part more interesting.
I mean, the only way of facts I have about this is that it's Steve Jones on vocals, doing lead vocals. So it seems like the lead vocals would switch between Duff, Steve Jones, and John Taylor.
Can you turn the song down just a little more?
Hang on. Okay, now it's like 6.
Okay. I'm trying to hear you, but I want to make sure we get a good mix here. So tell us about who was the lead vocals again?
Steve Jones,
So who is Steve Jones? What else has he done?
Sex Pistols.
Okay.
Pretty much that's what he's most known for. This is good because this Neurotic Outsiders is a super group.
So who else is in it?
I mean, Duff from Guns N' Roses, Steve Jones from Sex Pistols, Matt Sorum also from Guns N' Roses,
Okay,
and
so
John Taylor from Duran Duran.
so yeah, Matt would have been in GNR at this time.
Well, I know it was 96, so that's probably around the time he left.
Okay.
Because Duff was the last one to leave in 97, I think. Yeah, because Slash
What a
left in
hell of a
96,
demotion.
Matt left probably around the same time.
Matt would have been better off going solo, like Steven.
Sorum, I don't know. He could have just went back to the Cult.
Yeah. Better than this.
Yeah, I mean, the best we would have got until 2004, so.
So did Matt take off the wig for Neurotic Outsiders, or was he still wearing the wig?
That I have no idea.
Okay. Well, there you go, folks. Story of my life.
A horrible story of my life. I would rather listen to Story of My Life by One Direction than this.
Have you ever heard the Smash Mouth song "Story of My Life"?
I have not. Do you have a song other than All Star?
Yeah.
I'm a Believer? A song that's not in Shrek?
No, it's in Shrek. It's
Oh,
in a Shrek movie.
God damn it.
It was definitely in a Shrek movie.
Fuck, those
and I saw
motherfuckers
it.
owe Mike Myers their entire career at this point.
Do you
Canada
remember?
making shit people famous again.
Do you remember there used to be a show called The Surreal Life where it was real world but with famous people?
Yeah, and it was like it was like China on there one time.
Yeah,
Celebrity
there was
Rehab.
a season. There was a season where the lead singer of Smash Mouth was in the house.
Okay, because I remember this Real Life was a huge thing in the early 2000s. VH1,
And then there was
VH1 a huge thing.
There was an episode where they were going to make a music. Their assignment was they had to make the music video to Smash Mouth's song "Story of My Life," and everybody in the house had a job behind the scenes, except for the singer because he was, part of the music video.
I did not know that. That's pretty cool.
and that was the first time I heard the song, and it's actually a really good song. If you get a chance to go check it out, I enjoy it anyway. I like it better. Hey, now you're rock. I hate that shit. Like that just grinds on my nerve. It's so annoying.
That's one wonder shit right there. But that's the biggest thing Smash Mouth's ever known for. Somebody.
Yeah, TikTok's brought them back. I do like the some, and then somebody gets hit in the face. Body. Have you seen that video? It's a ring video of somebody's parking lot where this kid comes up with the basketball and goes, "Hey, Dad, think fast," and bounces in the ball. And his dad catches it, and then Mom goes, "That child is going to be a pro athlete." And Dad tosses the ball back to him and smacks him right in the face.
I've never seen this. That sounds funny.
Oh man, that's a good one. Well, let's rate this piece of shit.
Yeah. I'll let you go first.
Nah, you don't even need to put me up.
Yeah, I was gonna say 0. I
Thumbs
think I'm gonna
down.
go along on the
Nothing.
same lines. It's just 0. Nothing interesting. Nothing of any substance in the song. It's just one note, one train throughout. It sounds like a really shitty slow song they would put in like an episode of Riverdale during some emotional fucking montage. And at least those songs in those instances are better than this shit.
Yeah, I was bored the whole fucking time we did this.
Yeah, this is honestly, even if it's fucking 10:45 at night, and like this is actually putting me to sleep, and I don't go to sleep till like another 2 hours from now.
Yeah, I'll be going to sleep
Yeah,
pretty
it's good
soon.
to put yourself to sleep to. Actually, fuck. So, I mean, I should give. I can't even give it half a point for that.
No, dude, not me. You'd have to turn that shit off. No way.
Hell no.
Yeah. So what do you think? Let us know on our Discord. Give us your thoughts. Do you disagree with us? Do you agree with us? Should we add a tap out buzzer? Should Chris and I be able to tap out this season?
Yeah, definitely. Let us know on all our socials too. Twitter, Instagram, at Guns and Radio Pod, Facebook.com/Guns and Radio Pod. We're also on TikTok too, also at Guns and Radio Pod.
Or you can find all of our shit all in one place at gunsandradio.com.
Yeah, join our Discord and let us know what you think of this week's episode, and continue the discussion there, the discourse on our Discord.
But yeah, you can get your invite to our Discord on gunsandradio.com. Also, if you go to gunsandradio.com, you can actually pick which season of our archives you want to look into. And every season of this show turns out not even that we're trying for it to be vastly different. It's just life keeps changing, man. And when life changes, and this is an ever evolving, ever growing show, this is a document of our lives right now, as well as a document of some great music that we appreciate. But then sometimes, as in tonight, we hit a roadblock.
Kind of. We made almost an hour and a half out of this shit, so.
Yeah, and that's good, because you notice we always have some good episodes on Duff songs, even though we hate the song, because I think a lot of us stalling to get out of it, putting off and procrastinating.
I mean, we had a lot of news and rock and roll to talk about this week, and plus, a little segment I thought of that we could, come back to from time to time.
Oh yeah, we'll need to come back to that pretty quick. I enjoy that. We've got some good. But Caputo's Court's one of my favorites, personal favorite.
I love judging people because I'm an asshole. So
yeah, I think we did that last week though.
Yeah.
So we've developed a personality. This show certainly has. We're at that stage where we've got a personality now. The show itself has a personality, not just us.
It's only 3 and a bit years old, but it's it's got legs.
It show does. And speaking of which, one show, however, is coming to a conclusion this Saturday. I almost said Friday. This Saturday, and that show is Getting Dizzy with It.
Yeah,
now,
the season 2 finale this weekend.
if you're listening to our podcast audio form, I'm well aware that my audio sucks tonight because I'm doing it on my phone and I don't sound professional worth a damn. However, we have already pre-recorded the finale before I tore down my studio to move here.
Yeah.
So, Getting Dizzy with It will be presented in its proper, with good sound.
Oh, it's
It
a
do sound
damn good
good.
finale, so you definitely want to tune in on Saturday.
And it's Saturday Night's All Right for Fighting.
Which is how apropos.
Yeah, that we are playing it on a Saturday. So Getting Dizzy with It wraps up. But then you might want to tune in to Getting Dizzy with It because the following week is the grand return of Shotcast Saturday. and we will reveal in the finale of Getting Dizzy with It what our first song of the new season or whatever of the return of Shotcast is.
Yeah.
But I say it's time that we reveal what our next song is going to be that we're going to listen to on Guns and Radio next week.
Yeah. So how do I do this? I'm running the show here on my end.
All right. Let me coach you. All right.
Yeah.
So what you want to do is on the side of the screen,
Yeah.
there are 2 videos that look like the wheel.
I see
You won't
3
be able
actually.
to. Oh, there are 3. Okay. Pick whichever one you want and spin it.
Okay.
But keep up with the one that you pick because you will need to delete that.
Yeah.
Like, you know how sometimes I spin the wheel and it's a song we've already done? That's because I forgot to do that.
Yeah. All right. I'm going to pick the last one on the end here. So let's see what this brings us. Bring us some good luck. Come on.
Better Way by Neurotic Outsiders.
No. No.
Damn,
God,
damn,
no.
Damn.
No. But hey, at least we're getting it out of the way. It's out of our fucking sight, so.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the only positive about it. I don't have to fucking hear this shit ever again. But we got to confront it at least one more time next week, so.
Oh, damn.
Looks like
Well-
the fall is it's a neurotic fall. Looks like it's going to be so far.
I hope not. I
Yeah.
fucking hope not.
I
Don't we
fucking
got a
hope not.
bonus show coming up?
Yeah, we do. We're still working on, a thing for the 100,000 plays.
Yeah. Let me get, folks, bear with us on this bonus show thing. We are going to do it, but I don't know how long it's going to take with everything I've got going on in my life to get set up to where it can sound proper because I'd hate to do a bonus show and it sound like shit.
Yeah.
I want to do as few of these phone recordings as I can possibly do, but there's probably going to be another week of those ahead. Hopefully not, but probably.
Yeah.
Fucking Neurotic Outsiders. Well,
God
shit.
damn it. God damn it. Ah!
So come back next week, I guess, and listen to us fucking torture ourselves again.
Yeah. Well, at least it's not my world, so I mean.
Yeah, I'll tell you though, that last song we listened to, at least somebody's getting some good sleep. It did put somebody. Our producer is fast asleep over here. Get a good look at it. Hang on, I'm gonna unplug for just a second so I can get right up in there. What do you want? Stop bothering me. All right, I'll be doing.
Oh, man.
But at this point, I believe it is time for Chris and I to bid you adieu.
Yeah. I mean, the song put us both to sleep, and now I'm going to be meeting with DJ Blanket and MC Pillow very soon. So.
Yeah, that's also my game plan. But
Yeah.
can't wait. Well, I guess I can wait. I can't wait to next week. So we're gonna have fun. Whatever we do, we got a shitty song to review, but Chris and I get to hang out together, and we're still gonna have fun. So it's still gonna be a good show. So
Hell yeah.
looking forward to next week. But until then, I'm Dustin Bonez.
And I'm Chris Caputo. Join us this Saturday, the season 2 finale of Getting Dizzy with It, and you're gonna find out how we're gonna kick off the Return to Shawcast as well. But then again, we'll see you guys Monday for another edition of Guns and Radio. Until then, guys, stay safe, peace out, and keep on rocking in that free world. Woo-hoo.